I'm Mitch Stellick from Stellick Law Firm in Grand Island. The lawyers of Stellick Law Firm have over 90 years of combined legal experience. Our firm specializes in family law, personal injury, probate and estate planning, as well as real estate and corporate law. Stellick Law Firm believes in getting to know our clients and finding the best way to serve you. Call us today at 308-675-4035 to schedule your appointment. Stellick Law Firm is ready to work for you. Let us be your voice.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better.
Strap in and gear up, football fans. You're tuned into high school football on Extreme Sports. Tonight's game promises thrills and chills. Don't blink or you might miss the action.
And a very pleasant good Friday evening to you as we get set for high school football tonight here on the Extreme Sports Network. Tyson Nevronic and Marcus Metcalf with you here on Extreme Sports 2, where it is our first look at the Sandy Creek Cougars this evening, coming after a 2021 state championship victory over the Mustangs of Stanton. The Cougars starting off the season with a record of 2-1, falling on the road to Shelby Rising. They return home tonight to the Hill, where they will battle the Trojans of Tri-County, a team coming in with a mark of 1-2, picking up their first win, a convincing victory over the Broncos of Centennial just 1 week ago. Two teams trying to gain some positive momentum here at the midway point of the regular season, and we will have all the action for you right here on the Extreme Sports Network. Over on Extreme Sports 1, Adams Central getting set for their home contest as they take on the Dusters of Holdridge tonight. That game currently in weather delay. They'll be getting off to about a 7:15 kickoff. We will try to keep tabs on that matchup as we continue bringing you Cougar football here on Channel 2. Sandy Creek Tri-County, your matchup tonight here on a Friday night as we get set to go. Should be fairly rainy, but hopefully, crossing our fingers, lightning-free as we move along from the Hill tonight. So we're glad that you can join us for what should be an exciting night of Cougar football and hopefully some lightning in a bottle rather than lightning in the sky. Coming up right here on the pregame show, we'll sit down and have a chat with the head man, Andrew Kuda, as our pregame show coverage rolls along. You are listening to Sandy Creek Football here on the Extreme Sports Network.
We know the Sandy Creek football team has excelled on the field this year, but what about your cattle? Shaw Elite Cattle of Fairfield encourages everyone to be watching for our first public offering of private treated Angus bulls. Bulls bred for high growth, balanced EPDs, and eye appeal that are backed by maternally proven cow families. The Shaw brothers, Josh, Ethan, Christian, Charlie, and Delaney, yes, she's one of the boys too, are excited and proud to visit with all interested individuals about Shaw Elite Cattle's performance and genetics, not to mention anything sports or Cougar country related. That's Shaw Elite Cattle of Fairfield.
Fairfield Butcher Shop has proudly been serving South Central Nebraska for over 40 years. They offer custom butchering, processing, canning, and curing. The retail store also sells jerky, bologna, sticks, fresh ground beef, steaks, bacon, sausage, and a variety of other cuts. Stop in today for some fine quality meats. The Fairfield Butcher Shop proudly supports Cougar athletics. Wow!
And welcome back to our Cougar football coverage here on the Extreme Sports Network. Tyson Nevronic with you here on a high school football Friday as we get set to take our first look at the Sandy Creek Cougars coming after a state championship a year ago. Head coach Andrew us as the Sandy Creek Cougars get set to take on the Tri-County Trojans. And first of all, Coach, really appreciate the time.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate you guys coming down.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about this variation, this 2025 look for Sandy Creek. A lot of familiar faces from a year ago, senior leadership that has left due to graduation. But at the same time, last year we got to see a lot of the future get meaningful playing time for the Sandy Creek team. Talk a little bit about this year's variation of the squad and how here in the early part of the season, some of those players have stepped into some key leadership roles here for your Cougars in 2025.
Yeah, schematically we look a little different. We throw the ball a little bit more this year than we did last year. We're not quite as big up front as we were last year. I think we're more athletic this year than we were last year. We have more team speed and more guys to distribute the football to. One of the things that it's been a challenge for me early on this season is figuring out how to share the football throughout the guys that really need to be getting their touches. Early in the season we have quite a few new starters, and so it's been a process kind of getting that figured out and getting those guys comfortable working together. But we're seeing improvements each day we're together. We're seeing improvements at practice, and we think we're trending in the right direction.
Coach, your Cougars sitting at 2-1 on the season, a loss to a very good Shelby Rising City squad on the road. That was a team in the 8-man ranks that had been coming for a while, and so you play a very competitive game, one possession game against Shelby Rising City, but other than that, big win over Johnson Brock to start off the season. Followed up the loss last week and got right back to work. 68-26 victory over Alma. Talk about these first three games, Coach, and what you've seen. You mentioned a steady improvement. What's been the biggest areas of the improvement so far for this football team?
I think one of them is communication. Our guys are getting more comfortable working together. We're seeing more pre-snap communication offensively. We're seeing them do a better job of making sure they're on the same page, making sure their jobs are getting done. In practice, we're seeing growth within the leadership aspect of it. We have guys kind of taking on those roles and stepping up to fill those positions that we were really fortunate to have last year. And I think we have the guys to do it this year. It's just taken a few weeks to really get them going in that direction, but it's definitely something that we're seeing improve. Early in the season, we kind of knew what we had, but we didn't know what to expect in terms of what it might look like. We thought we played really well week one. Like you said, week two, we saw a really, really tough Shelby team and, played well early and then just didn't perform late and should have found a way to win that game and didn't. But we think it can be a positive thing for us moving forward to give us a better understanding of the things that we need to work on, the things we need to improve, and going to give us a little bit of something to look at down the road in terms of motivation. So, unfortunate way to lose that game the way that we did, being up at half, but we think it's something that we can, the mistakes we made, we think we can fix, and we're working on fixing them.
Coach, you mentioned a little bit about this offense and throwing the ball a little bit more. A lot of that starting, of course, with young quarterback Cam Seeley, known as a dual threat quarterback for you. Evaluate his play here in the early part of the season.
In his first year as a starter, I've been happy with what he's been able to do. I feel like he's done a good job of distributing the football for the most part, making good decisions. We're continuing to work on his pre-snap routine and, making checks at the line of scrimmage, changing plays when they need changed. And we've put the ball in danger a few too many times in the air. We already have 4 interceptions on the air, and that's a number that is too high for what we're trying to do. But really overall, I think he's done a really good job, and he's playing with confidence right now, and he's continuing to grow. And, just day by day and week by week, he's definitely getting better. So he's somebody we're excited to have, and we think we got him in the right position, and we look forward to seeing what he looks like at the end of the year.
Another area, we'll flip the side and talk a little bit about the Sandy Creek defense. This was the bright spot, really, when you took a look. You couldn't talk Sandy Creek football last year. As powerful as you were offensively, you couldn't talk Cougar football without talking about how good that defense was. That was holding opponents to single digits in the early part of the season. Giving up a few points here to start with, couple touchdowns, handful of touchdowns per game to your opponents. What's been the biggest focus defensively in practice as you prepare for the Trojans this week?
Yeah, it's been a tough first 3 weeks because we've seen a team to run RPOs and likes to put the ball in the air. And then the next week we see a team that's all, power I formation, and they're going to run right at you. And then, week 3, we're back to a full spread team that put the ball in the air 40 times. So it's been a good thing, but a challenging thing for us to have to see 3 very different teams. We feel like with Tri-County this week and kind of moving down the line with the schedule, we're going to see teams that play a little bit more traditional football, and we think that'll benefit us to get more reps in our base defense and playing against teams that play more traditionally. But more than anything, we're looking for guys to be more comfortable in their positions and to have a better understanding of what their responsibilities are, what their roles are, and most importantly, just how to play together. Last year, losing 5 or 6 starters on that side of the ball, we feel like we have very capable guys in those positions this year. It's just getting them the reps that they need to really understand the defense together and to play our defense together. With our design, everybody has to do their job. And we haven't been perfect on that up to this point, but there's been improvements, and we think that's a side of the football that we can be really tough at the end of the year on.
Your opponents tonight, Coach, the Trojans of Tri-County, a team coming off a 42-6 win, picking up their first win of the year a week ago. A team that looks like they have also, as the season has progressed, made some steady improvements. What have you seen from the Trojans on film? What sort of challenges are they going to present to your Cougars tonight?
They're a very well-coached team. They have kids that compete. Offensively, they run a lot of options, so we have to be sound in our option responsibility. All the guys on defense have to do their job. Defensively, they rally to the football. They play together. They're physical at the point of attack. So it's a lot of things that well-coached teams do. But with that being said, the emphasis this week has just been focusing on us and our responsibilities and what we need to do. And that's kind of the approach we're going to take moving forward. Is we're going to respect every opponent. We're not going to look past anybody. And we're going to put together a game plan for them, and we're going to have a scout for them. But we've really been focused on us a lot this week and just making sure we're doing our job.
You have a gigantic schedule upcoming, 2 teams that at this point of our conversation remain undefeated on the slate. The Titans over at Thayer Central, the Mustangs over at Sutton. That's always a good rivalry atmosphere anyways. As far as getting the team prepared for the road ahead, the battle ahead, and quite literally the road, as you'll be on the road for those 2 big games. Talk about what you need to see out of your team tonight to get them prepared to continue that momentum train heading into a grueling stretch.
Yeah, within our program, we have three team rules or expectations. The first one is to be a team, so we need our guys to continue to put the team first. And that doesn't just mean during practice or in games, so that means all the time. We feel like we've seen a lot of growth with that aspect this year. Our second rule in our program is to be the most excited to play. I feel like our guys have been really excited to be together. They've been excited at practice. That's been something that has been improved on over the last month, and that's something that needs to continue to grow. But most importantly, I think right now for us is our third rule, which is be the best at doing your job. And we just need guys to commit to doing their job every single snap, whether it's, during the game, at practice, during our pregame practice, during a walkthrough. Guys just have to commit to doing their job. And I think if we do that, 100% of the time, I think we'll be successful.
Right, let's go to the blackboard, X's and O's. Let's talk about keys, crucial keys tonight for a Cougar victory.
Offensively, we have to take care of the football. We want to eliminate any turnover options that we might have. So when we're putting the ball in the air, we need to have our feet set, and we need to deliver the football and throw it away from the coverage. I think defensively, we need to be fundamentally sound, but we also need to be responsibility sound. Like I said, they're going to run a lot of options, so we got to make sure we're taking care of our responsibilities. And then our number one rule on special teams is just get the ball back. Don't put the ball in risk, put the ball back in the hands of the offense. So I think if we do those 3 things, we'll have a chance to be successful tonight.
All right, Coach, go give them hell tonight, and we will talk with you when it's all over, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Andrew Kuda joining us here on the pre-game show. Stick around, starting lineups, play-by-play. It's all coming up next. It's the Cougars in Tri-County, and it's on the Extreme Sports Network.
Looking for reliable farming and construction equipment? Head to Landmark Implement in Fairfield. Located right on Highway 74 in the heart of Clay County, at Landmark, we specialize in large ag equipment and precision ag support, meeting the needs of farmers in Geneva and Aurora. Whether you're upgrading your planter or need top-notch service, our team has you covered. We have a fantastic selection of John Deere lawn and garden equipment, compact utility tractors, and even Gator utility vehicles. Whether it's for a small acreage or a large farm, our compact tractor packages come with all the attachments you need to get the job done. Need service? Our certified master technicians are ready to help with on-farm service, combine repair, or even a simple mower tune-up. Experience the Landmark difference today in Fairfield. For all your John Deere sales, parts, service, and precision ag needs, Landmark is your trusted partner.
As a family-owned community bank, Cornerstone Bank knows the importance of building strong relationships with our ag producers. Cornerstone is also large enough to handle all your farm lending needs. Whether you're in the market for equipment, livestock, real estate, or farm inputs, Cornerstone is ready to support you with excellent farm lending options. Hi, this is Lance Williams with Cornerstone Bank. I invite you to call or stop by any of our locations to discuss your farm operation needs. Bank on a solid foundation with Cornerstone Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, loan subject to approval.
Since 1948, Shuck Drilling has been South Central Nebraska's go-to-water well experts. Remember Shuck Drilling for irrigation, well drilling, pump installations, repairs, and all related parts and service. Shuck Drilling, quality products and first-rate service at a fair price.
The Cougar Pride Booster Club would like to wish the Sandy Creek football team a great season. You are making Cougar Nation proud. The Booster Club supports activities that enrich the educational experience and promote character formation of all Sandy Creek High School students. Again, good luck to all the Sandy Creek athletes and teams on a great season.
SC Farms of Clay Center and Skyline Farms of Edgar want to wish the Sandy Creek sports teams good luck this season. Push yourself beyond limits. Greatness awaits. We are proud of you. SC Farms of Clay Center and Skyline Farms of Edgar are proud supporters of Cougar Athletics.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammers deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone!
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great! Let's be great!
We are Extreme Sports.
Extreme Sports Network's high school football coverage continues here on a rather gloomy, rainy Friday night. Yet the same, no lightning in the area, so we are set to go here from the hill. 66 degrees at kickoff, winds coming out of the north at 6 miles per hour. Showers greeted us throughout the entire duration of our trip over, but as we get set for kickoff, so far rain-free here on the hill tonight. We thank you for joining us wherever you are, and thank you to our many sponsors who help bring Sandy Creek football to your airways here this evening. An interesting matchup, Sandy Creek and Tri-County, and an opportunity for Sandy Creek really to start to put the polish, I think, Mark, maybe here in 2025 before a grueling stretch upcoming with Thayer Central and Sutton.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be district play, and everybody's ready to go. And Sandy Creek's ready to roll. You mentioned with Coach Kuda, his team's ready. This should be a good football game here tonight.
Sandy Creek will kick things off here to Tri-County. Tri-County going to be moving from left to right as we start things in the yellow tops, white jerseys, yellow pants. For Sandy Creek, it's the white helmets, red jerseys, white lettering trimmed in black with the black pants as the opening kickoff is going to be returned to the 18-yard line. For Sandy Creek, as far as the defense is concerned, anchored by number 72, Josh Bray. He's a 5'11", 215-pound junior. Josh coming in to the campaign with just about a sack per game. Cam Seeley, the quarterback, will also anchor that defensive backfield. He is the team leader in tackles with an average of 7 tackles per game, as Tri-County is going to go right up the gut here on the opening carry and immediately be greeted by the Sandy Creek big defensive line, and they are big. Jonas Amos on the stop, 5'11", 290. You got Christian Shaw in there at 6'1", 240. And Sprague, we mentioned 5'11", 215. This is a big line, and it was the play in the trenches a year ago for Sandy Creek that was really kind of the bread and butter of this football team as they were able to wear teams down in the second half. So a good start here for the Cougars as it's just a quick 2-yard gain. Just underway here from Fairfield tonight, 11:18 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. Tri-County lining it up tight. Going to be a keeper here onto the left side. And again, past the first down sticks before being dropped there.
Ball came out at the end there, Tyson. They're going to mark him short.
That was Kepke on the carry, and he is going to be short of the sticks as the ball pops out and goes behind the sticks, so it'll be 3rd and short here for Tri-County to start things off.
Nice stick there by Cameron Seeley, knocked that ball loose.
Tri-County lining in tight, number 11. Kepke is the quarterback. Also a very talented defensive back in his own right. Kepke's going to keep this one on the read option, hangs it off to the right-hand side, and drop down right at midfield and out of bounds. Drop down on the play there by number 8. That's Caden Schmidt, one of the 6 seniors here on this Sandy Creek lineup. Marcus, it's a Sandy Creek lineup. We talk about senior leadership. Boy, they lost a lot from a very talented state championship team a year ago.
They sure did, and that was a special group. But Coach Kuda looks like he's going to reload again, and this team didn't look like they dropped off so far very early yet. Like you said, senior leadership is the key to this football team and their success.
Ball on the 39-yard line here of the Trojans. As the Trojans are on the move, they pick up the first down of the contest. 10:58 remaining. It's a quick 3-step drop. Rolling out to the left under pressure and being dropped. Pressure provided there by Alston Clark coming around on the end, and there Kepke is able to get the pass off, and there is a flag on the play.
I think they're going to call grounding. Yep.
Grounding in the call. So that'll back up Tri-County. Tri-County again 1-2 on the 2025 campaign. Picking up their first win a week ago against the Centennial Broncos. Sandy Creek, meanwhile, they started off as road warriors for the 2025 campaign, heading to Johnson Brock, an 8-man powerhouse in their own right. And then the loss to Shelby Rising City, and Shelby Rising City, a team that has arrived. Everybody was talking about how good they have the potential to be. It's a loss of downs. So it'll be 2nd down here on the play. 2nd down long for Tri-County. Another read option. Here's a pitch to the outside. And going to be dropped there at the 29-yard line. And it's number 28, Lewandowski, with the carry. And it was just a short gainer, so it'll be 3rd and about 20 after the intentional grounding call here for the Trojans. Big 3rd down play here early in this football game.
Big 3rd down here. Nice play there by Schmidt coming from a safety position here to make that tackle. Big 3rd down here early in this ballgame with about 10-15 left in the first quarter.
Again, just underway here in the opening quarter of play. No score in this one between the Trojans and the Cougars. Trojans lining it up in tight as Kepke is going to roll out to his right. Kepke floats one. Down the sideline. It's going to be knocked away. Knocked away by Cam Seeley. And a big play for the sophomore. He showed flashes of brilliance a year ago as a young freshman. And no surprise to see him stepping up here in his 2nd year of play for the Cougars.
You took the words right from me. Like, how big was this kid last year, a freshman? Come in and play really well as he did. And we're going to set up a 4th down on a long 20 here for Tri-County, and they're going to set the punt.
Punt upcoming here for the Trojans. Is that Watts back there?
Yes, it is.
Alex Watts back to receive. Watts a receiver. Young sophomore, 5'11", 175. As the snap is down, kick is up. Sailing to the 20-yard line, and it's going to drop at the 15 and come to a rest right about the 11-yard line is where Sandy Creek will set up shop offensively. For the Cougars, again, Cam Seeley, their offensive leader. He is the quarterback here for this Sandy Creek squad. He is their leader in passing and rushing, averaging 23 through the air, 112 on the ground. And as you heard from Coach Kuda in the pregame show, a team that's going to air it out maybe a little bit more than what we saw a year ago, but plenty of options to air it out too. Sophomore Alex Watts. Also tight end Alston Clark. And the leader in receptions, number 12, the 6'6 junior, Wes Biltoff. Be looking for plenty of those names as we move along through the evening tonight. Read option is going to be a keeper Handoff off to the left-hand side, and spinning down near the first down sticks is going to be Caden Schmidt. As they kept it in the belly there. Top on the play by Kepke. And that'll be a first down for Sandy Creek as they're going to give him the spot just past the sticks. So a nice read option there as Seeley hands it off to Caden. And Caden's got your first down for the Cougars as the umbrellas and hoods start to pop up as the rain returns. Again, we could see some periodic showers this evening, but not expecting anything in terms of lightning activity for the rest of the duration of the evening. Cam Seeley, going to pitch one out here to Schmidt off to the right-hand side and drop down right about the 30-yard line. That's going to leave him about 4 yards short here on second down. 9 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter of play. Sandy Creek and Tri-County tonight here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Yeah, nice run there. Nice soft play, set up beautifully. Nice 6 or 7 yard gain. Sets up second down and 3 from their own 30-yard line.
Second down 3. We'll see what Coach Kuda elects to do here. As it's going to be Cam Seeley in the back with Schmidt on his right hip. Play action pass. Seeley is going to fire over towards the left-hand side. That's going to be in the direction of the big 6'6" junior Wes Biltoff, and Biltoff's going to haul it in for a first down. First down on the ground, first down through the air. Sandy Creek mixing it up offensively and going to give Tri-County plenty of looks to try to counter here in the early part of this contest.
Biltoff was another one of the last year. It kind of came up big as a young one for the Sandy Creek offense last year to their success.
Oh, just the sheer size. He's your red zone target, I think, any time that you're in scoring distance. But for Sandy Creek, that could be anywhere on the field. This is an explosive offense that we're going to see here on the field tonight. Cam Seeley just past midfield, going to hand this one off. Schmidt dancing a little bit, left-hand juke. And now gang tackled here right about the 35-yard line. Called a gain of about 3. He'll bring up second down and 7 here for the Cougs.
Yeah, nice drive. Started at your own 11-yard line. Now you're already in Tri-County territory down to their 34-yard line.
In some matchups that we'll be keeping our eye on here this evening. Of course, the contest over with Adams Central and Holdridge. That'll be getting underway here at just a little bit behind us, maybe about 7:15 anticipated kickoff there. We'll keep the scoreboard, by the way, on our YouTube channels and Twitch channels here on Extreme Sports 2 is going to be Seeley back to pass and jumping up and hauling that one again on the right-hand side. That's Biltoff, and Biltoff has hauled in 2 big first down receptions in the opening drive.
That 6'6" frame, man. Just you can get those 50-50 balls. Perfect.
Another score that we'll be keeping tabs on right here in Class D1 on the 8-man side of things. Big battle going on between Thayer Central and Sutton. Both teams unbeaten on the year. Both teams the next 2 opponents for Sandy Creek. As the Cougs line up with first down and 10. Ball sitting at the 23-yard line. Cam Seeley. The heels dug in about the 28. Shotgun formation. Here's a read option. Seeley's going to be on the keep off to the right-hand side. So he's going to create a little running room and pass the first down sticks down to about the 10. Nice patient running there from Cam Seeley as he's got a first down here for the Cougs.
Nice play by Seeley. A couple stiff arms and ran into his own man. He probably still running. But nice run there by Seeley. He's going to set up the 8th play of this drive now. Sandy Creek can get one more first down here as their ball is set up at the 11-yard line.
First down and 10 for Sandy Creek. Good drive being put together. 2 first down on the ground, 1 through the air. As it'll be Biltoff on the far right-hand side. Checking down towards the sideline. Seeley on the shotgun snap. It's going to look to pass. And fires over here towards the right sideline. Wyatt Hemberger, the intended target, and it's going to be completed there on the far sideline to bring up second down and 4.
And this little outplay, just nobody was there. He went down to his check down to Hemberger per play. Second down and 4 from the 5-yard line.
Now in 6 territory. Here, if you're the Sandy Creek Cougars, got to capitalize when you get these red zone opportunities. Second down, they can still get the first down sticks without scoring a touchdown. Schmidt off the left hip here of Seeley. High snap. They're going to go to Schmidt. Schmidt is going to turn up and into the end zone untouched. Quick read there from Cam Seeley to Caden Schmidt for the 5-yard touchdown. And the Sandy Creek Cougars are on the board first here as they lead it by the score of 6-0.
Nice 10-play drive. 10 plays, 69 yards for Sandy Creek on their opening possession.
And now we'll get set for the 2-point conversion with Sandy Creek on the scoreboard first. Quick pitch, a little jet pass to Schmidt, and Schmidt's going to get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion successful. Sandy Creek, nice drive to start off this contest as they lead it by the score of 8-0. It's Cougars 8, Trojans nothing. 5:45 to go here in the opening quarter of play. You're listening to Sandy Creek Cougar football on the Extreme Sports Network.
As a family-owned community bank, Cornerstone Bank knows the importance of building strong relationships with our ag producers. Cornerstone is also large enough to handle all your farm lending needs. Whether you're in the market for equipment, livestock, real estate, or farm inputs, Cornerstone is ready to support you with excellent farm lending options. Hi, this is Lance Williams with Cornerstone Bank. I invite you to call or stop by any of our locations to discuss your farm operation needs. Bank on a solid foundation with Cornerstone Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loan subject to approval.
You are listening to Cougar Football on Extreme Sports.
Back here from the Hill, Tyson Nevronic and Marcus Metcalf with you. A 8-0 Sandy Creek start as they jump on top here of Tri-County, and the kickoff is underway. A little dribbler here at the 10-yard line. Going to be picked up, over to the 15, down the left sideline, and drug out of bounds right around the 20, where Tri-County will start once again.
A nice run there by Garrett Schmidt. Bring it out to the 20. He's tackled out of bounds. Wyatt Hemberger set up Tri-County second possession of the game at their own 20-yard line.
Tri-County able to get a first down on their first drive, but the intentional grounding penalty moved him back and put him in third and unmanageable and forced a punt. Now Sandy Creek's defense gets set to go once again. Kepke under center. Here's a give straight up the middle. Nothing doing. Sandy Creek all over the running back there. That's number 20, Garrett Schmidt, getting the carry. Short gainer, called second down and 8 here for TC. 5:14 remaining here, opening quarter of play. Friday Night Football here on Extreme Sports 2. Brought to you in part by Landmark Implement and the Sandy Creek Booster Club. Another run up the gut and more defensive pressure as the Cougars swarm to the football. Allison Clark and company in on the stop.
That field is completely soaked out there, Tyson. If you can't tell from here, but when he made that tackle, that water went everywhere. It's coming down. It's been coming down most of the afternoon here down by Fairfield, and so that field's a little slick.
Beautiful looking field, by the way. A resod job over the offseason as the Hill received some TLC. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter of play. Third down and 7. Kepke's going to go off to the left-hand side, and he's dropped down. A big stop there for Sandy Creek. That is number 68. 58, Jackson Gertis. I was going to say that doesn't look right. 6 foot, 195-pound junior in on the stop, and another fourth down facing Tri-County.
Nice play there by Gertis, man. Read that option perfectly. Sets up another punt.
Another punt here. Watts back deep. It'll be Garrett Schmidt to do the kicking duties here for Tri-County. 2 drives, 2 punts. Good job defensively so far here from the Cougars. It's a low snap. Gets it off and Watts is going to field it here at the 25. Out to the 30, down the sideline, past midfield, spins around, and it's going to be great field position here for the Cougars as they're going to start with the ball at the Tri-County 30.
32-yard punt there from Tri-County, and a nice 25-yard run there by Watts. Sets up Sandy Creek beautifully at the Tri-County 30-yard line.
First down and 10, 3:30 to go. 8-0 your score. Sandy Creek out on top here of Tri-County. Adams Central and Holdridge going to be getting underway here shortly. You can keep tabs on our YouTube page and Twitch page of the score there. We'll have the toggle on the bottom of your screen. Lone person in the backfield is going to be Seeley. Schmidt comes over in motion. It's a fake to Schmidt down the field. Got a man just over the outstretched arms of the intended target. Hemberger, the intended target, and boy, another inch on the arms. He's able to reach out and grab that and pull that baby in just off the fingertips, and it'll be second down and 10.
Hey, he had him, too. That was just a straight-out seam route, just right down the middle of the field for Hemberger. And he threw just a little bit late and a little overthrown there, but nice look there from Seeley to get the Hemberger.
Love the shot play, too, right after the big punt return. Get great field position, get Tri-County on the heels a little bit. Just didn't work out. Seeley directing traffic because he's got 3 off to the right-hand side. Seeley. Long snap is going to follow his blocker. Seeley's going to go get this ball straight ahead for a gain of about 4. That'll bring 3rd and 6 upcoming here for the Cougs.
Yeah, nice play there by Sullivan there up for Tri-County. He met Seeley right there about the 27-yard line and took him down beautifully. That's going to set up 3rd down, about 6 here for Sandy Creek.
Tri-County coming into the contest, lacking a little senior leadership. Just 2 seniors on the squad. Garrett Schmidt, who plays both ways. Check that. Zachary Volser, who plays both ways, and Keaton Reck, the 2 seniors on Tri-County. Here's the snap. Cameron Seeley on the quarterback keeper. Cameron Seeley off to the right-hand side. Gets a nice block downfield, and it's going to be an easy score there for Cameron Seeley. A 27-yard touchdown run. And some good downfield blocking, Marcus, from the Sandy Creek receiver setting up that touchdown.
You can set that up beautifully. That's what coaches want to see, your receivers blocking downfield.
14-0, a 2-score lead here for the Cougars, as they'll get set for the 2-point try. Seeley, shotgun formation, right-hand side is going to be Caden Schmidt. They'll roll here to the right, quick pitch. Schmidt makes the first man miss, leans over the goal line. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion successful, and the Cougars start perfect here. 2 defensive stops, 2 punts forced, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. 16-0 here early on. 2:32 to go in the opening quarter of play. It's been all Cougars. You were listening to Sandy Creek Football here on Sports Network.
Since 1948, Shuck Drilling has been South Central Nebraska's go-to-water well experts. Remember Shuck Drilling for irrigation, well drilling, pump installations, repairs, and all related parts and service. Shuck Drilling, quality products and first-rate service at a fair price.
You are listening to high school football on Extreme Sports. Now, let's get back to the action.
Two drives, 2 touchdowns for the Sandy Creek Cougars. A 5-yard touchdown pass from Cam Seeley, and then a 27-yard touchdown run from Cam Seeley. And the Cougars have a 16-0 start here against Tri-County. Kick goes to the goal line, losing the footing is the return man who gets out to the 10, 15-yard line and drop down right there. You mentioned the field conditions, Marcus, a little bit slick, and we see it there on display on that kick return. Just trouble getting out of the gates, and that results in a poor return as the ball's going to sit here right at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit darker than we were just about 15, 20 minutes ago, but I think this thing's going to blow through, and we're ready to see some beautiful night of football.
Beautiful thing is the clouds have at least covered the sun so that we are not staring into direct sunlight. So we'll take the advantages as we get them. Tri-County losing the footing here on the snap. The ball's going to fall to the ground. And I think Tri-County's going to hop on top of it. Indeed they do. That'll be Kepke falling on his own fumble. Conditions wreaking havoc on the kickoff return and then on the ensuing following play offensively for Tri-County.
Yeah, that was a kind of a fumble right from the snap. He didn't get a clean exchange from his center. Their Kepke didn't. So, but fortunate enough to fall back on it, but lost of 3 yards. So set the second down and 13 with under 2 minutes to go here in their opening quarter.
Caden Schmidt finding the end zone. Finding the end zone. Cameron Seeley finding the end zone with feet as Tri-County's going to go here onto the right-hand side. Nothing doing. Nice job getting side to side defensively and staying home and dropping the running back. That's number 28, Lewandowski. Josh Spray in on the stop for Sandy Creek. And it's 3rd and long here for Tri-County.
Tried to do a little sweep play there out of the option and look something different, and Sandy Creek was all over that.
Sandy Creek coming out of the gates, not missing a beat from what we saw a year ago. Off to a 16-0 lead over the Trojans here of Tri-County. As Tri-County gets set on their next offensive play. Give straight ahead. And met defensively. Nice stop there by Wes Biltoff Company as they drop him for a no-gainer. It's going to be 4th down and 14. And another punt upcoming here for Tri-County. 3 drives, 3 punts. And about to see this Sandy Creek offense get on the field here as we have under a minute to go in the opening quarter of play.
Yeah, Biltoff, Gertis, a whole pack of Cougars.
They have been all over the football. No room to breathe, and Tri-County not confident enough in the passing game to start airing it out at this point. So the clock continues to roll here. Now 15 seconds remaining. And it looks like we are going to have...
Looks like we're going to have a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Nope, they're going to get the timeout. Back official back here threw his flag, and timeout called by the head coach from Tri-County.
So Tri-County taking the first timeout of the contest. And we will go to break here. Punt coming up. Getting it just in before the delay of game. Sandy Creek 16, Tri-County nothing. 16 seconds remaining in the opening quarter of play. We're back after the break.
The Cougar Pride Booster Club would like to wish the Sandy Creek football team a great season. You are making Cougar Nation proud. The Booster Club supports activities that enrich the educational experience and promote character formation of all Sandy Creek High School students. Again, good luck to all the Sandy Creek athletes and teams on a great season.
You are listening to Cougar Football on Extreme Sports.
Watts back deep to receive the punt after Tri-County's third drive has stalled out. 3 drives, 3 punts. Good defensive effort, and we have a muff punt here. That's going to be Tri-County football. They're going to take advantage of a special teams miscue. Watts trying to scoop it up off the ground and couldn't grab that wet pigskin. And that'll be a huge special teams play for Tri-County. A big boo-boo there for Sandy Creek.
Yeah, Kepke came down all the way down the field as a gunner and ran it down and made the play and made the scoop for the Tri-County Trojans, give them brand new life. And that sets them up 1st down and 10 from the Sandy Creek 31-yard line.
4 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter of play. This will be the last play here of quarter number 1. That's be a high formation here for Tri-County. A give straight ahead, nothing doing. Lewandowski spinning down to about the 30-yard line, calling a gain of 1 as the first quarter has come to a close. 1 quarter in the books here from the Hill. Sandy Creek 16, Tri-County nothing. You're listening to Cougar Football here on the Extreme Sports Network.
This is the commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn. And we've been innovating ever since.
The one that started it all. The number one seed to beat. The one for you.
In 2026, we celebrate a century of innovation. Plant the 100th season. Plant Pioneer.
See your Pioneer seed dealers, Mike and Brian Shaw, at Shaw Ag Solutions.
You are listening to high school football on Extreme Sports. Now, let's get back to the action.
Start of the second quarter here. Tri-County currently trailing the Sandy Creek Cougars by the score of 16-0. Tyson Nevronik, Marcus Metcalf with you here on the broadcast this evening. Adam Central for Holdridge just getting underway on Extreme Sports Channel 1 as we bring you dual coverage of high school football here on this Friday. A floater, and it's going to be intercepted. And guess who? Alex Watt with the INT. After the special teams miscue, Watts atones for that, picking off a dead duck that got shot out through the air. It just drops into the hands of Watts, and it'll be a big INT for Sandy Creek. A big momentum-changing play after the special teams miscue.
What do you do after you turn the ball over yourself? You get yourself a turnover and get an interception, give your team right back, get the ball right back. Beautifully done by Alex Watts. Sets up first down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Tried to chuck it along the sidelines, and that ball just hung up in the air far, far too long. And it fell into the waiting hands of defensive back Alex Watts. The young sophomore makes the big defensive play here for Sandy Creek. It's the first turnover in the ball game. And now Sandy Creek has the opportunity to try to cash in off that turnover. Seeley across the middle, going to be caught, goes to Watts, first down. 13-yard gainer on the play as Sandy Creek's on the move.
Patience there by Cameron Sealing. Good job by the offensive line to give him some time to find Watts over the middle for a nice 13-yard chunk. Puts them in Tri-County territory at their 37, at their own 33.
11 minutes, 35 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Sandy Creek with the 16-0 lead, trying to add on to that after the Alex Watt INT. Trips out here to the right, and it's Seeley in the shotgun formation. Seeley calls for the ball, quick screen. Out here to Caden Schmidt, nothing doing on the bubble screen. It's a loss of 2 on the play. That was sniffed out there by Kepke and crew for Tri-County.
Quick scoring update for all those listening. Thayer Central, 6-0 lead after the first quarter over Sutton. 6-0, Thayer Central early over Sutton.
It's a game we'll be keeping our eye on that has implications here for the Sandy Creek Cougars. Again, their next 2 opponents, 3-0 Thayer Central, 3-0 Sutton. We'll have that Sutton contest for you on the road here on Extreme Sports Channel 2, part of our Cougar ball coverage here in 2025. Cameron Seeley with 2 off to the right. Schmidt in motion is going to be the lead blocker. Sets up a hole, and plowing through is Seeley right down near those first down sticks. That's going to be awfully close. Mark him, I believe, just short, and it'll be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, nice play by Seeley. Just followed his blocks, made up the loss there, and gained 12 yards. Sets up 3rd down and 1 from about the 24-yard line.
In comes Wyatt Hemberger. Out goes Alex Watts. 3rd and short. RTB here for your Sandy Creek. Schmidt off the right hip here of Seeley. Seeley gonna go straight ahead. Schmidt on the block. And Seeley dropped down at the 15-yard line, has more than enough for the first down. And it'll be Sandy Creek now in the red zone here with a 2-possession lead.
Nice tackle there by Trevor Pearson there for Tri-County. If he doesn't get to him, he's gone. That'll be 6 more points for Sandy Creek. Nice play there by Pearson. .9:30 left. Here in the second quarter, Sandy Creek leads 16-0.
Trips off here to the right side. Seeley now in the shotgun formation. Heels planted right at the 21-yard line. Sandy Creek drops back to pass. It's Seeley. looking over to his right, rolls there, and sliding down to make the catch right about the 5. That'll be Alex Watts. Watts has really produced since the special teams miscue. He has come in and been a target here for Sandy Creek. And this high-powered aerial assault version of Sandy Creek, much different from what we saw a year ago.
Yeah, last year was all run. Now you're getting about a 50-50 mix here, and it's working perfectly for Sandy Creek thus far.
Cougars in the red zone, ball at the 5-yard line, 8:52 remaining. Shotgun formation once again for Seeley. With Schmidt over at the left. It'll be a quick out once again to Schmidt, and once again this play works. Bread and butter for Sandy Creek. Another 5-yard touchdown pass from Seeley to Schmidt, and now Cougars have a 22-0 lead. Just like almost identical to the very first touchdown pass that was thrown, a little 5-yard quick hitter to Caden Schmidt, and he's got 2 touchdown receptions on the day. Seeley's got 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, and it's all Sandy Creek so far here in the first half of play. 2-point conversion upcoming. Straight ahead goes Seeley, bowls over a defensive lineman as Justice Werman knocked back. Power running there from Seeley, and it is a 24-0 lead with 8:38 remaining here in the second quarter of play. Lightning in a bottle. The Sandy Creek offense striking often here in the first half. They lead it 24-0 over Tri-County. You're listening to Cougar Football here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Fairfield Butcher Shop has proudly been serving South Central Nebraska for over 40 years. They offer custom butchering, processing, canning, and curing. The retail store also sells jerky, bologna, sticks, fresh ground beef, steaks, bacon, sausage, and a variety of other cuts. Stop in today for some fine quality meats. The Fairfield Butcher Shop proudly supports Cougar Athletics.
You are listening to high school football on Extreme Sports.
Five-yard touchdown pass from Cameron Seeley to Caden Schmidt, and Sandy Creek has extended their lead as they now lead it 24-0 over Tri-County. Ensuing kick going to be brought back here to about the 15-yard line. Drop down on the play. And that is where the Trojans will set up offensively.
Floodgates have opened so far, and so has Mother Nature. It's coming down harder than it has all night.
Yeah, we can see the rain through the lights here. The Friday night lights. And ponchos and umbrellas aplenty, but a kudos to Jeremy and the rest of the Sandy Creek gang taking good care of us here on Extreme Sports as we are in the comfy confines of the press box here on the north side. Tri-County going to set up offensively. Kepke under center. They will go once again here off to the right-hand side. And in these elements, a team that's already trailing Marcus by 3 possessions, not likely to see a whole lot of aerial assault into this rain. And for Sandy Creek, good job of taking advantage of the conditions as they had and jumping off here to this 3-score lead. We could see some pretty sloppy football in terms of turnovers here down the stretch.
Absolutely. It's just the team who's going to play the cleanest here down the stretch here as this rain's coming down pretty heavy.
Should have taken some of my laundry outside and have a power wash here from the showers that are falling and give straight ahead. Nothing doing. Great job from the Sandy Creek defense once again. Short gain, if any, from Owen Lewandowski, as there is just no running room, no room to breathe, as this Sandy Creek defense is suffocating here early on. And that hasn't really been the case. If you take a look at box scores, yardage given up on the play, they've seen 3 different styles of offense, and all 3 of those styles of offense season kind of given the Sandy Creek defense some fits to work with. This a much improved variation from what we've seen early this season.
Yeah, that's good coaching, though, too, teaching your boys to see all the different setups the offense gives you, and good job defensively.
Out here onto the left-hand side as Tri-County faces a 3rd down and 7. They're going to go straight ahead. It's Kepke following his blockers and heading down near those first down sticks. Believe he's going to be just a little bit short. It'll be 4th and 1. They should change the down marker to 4. It's a 2 right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to see another Missouri-Colorado action.
Oh.
No 5th downs here, please. 4th and 1, and dangerous territory here for the Trojans. They're going to have to go for it. This a big potential defensive play here for Sandy Creek. It's going to be Kepke off to the right-hand side. Nothing doing. He's going to be swallowed right there. He's going to be short of the 6, and it's going to be turnover on downs. Cougars staying home, following that football, and swallowing up Kepke in the backfield. A big turnover on downs in their own territory, and the Cougars in scoring distance once again.
Nice play by Hemberger. He's been there all night. He's coming from that linebacker's position, and he's playing it well tonight. Great play by Hemberger and the whole defensive line. Great field position for Sandy Creek. Sets up great field position at the Tri-County 23-yard line.
Ball now at the 23-yard line. 6:24 to go, 24-0 your score, as it has been all Sandy Creek here in the first half of play. Cougars lining up. Seeley alone in the backfield. He's got 3 off to his right side. Cameron Seeley's going to get the snap. He's going to look off to his right. Crossing over the middle, down the sidelines, hauled in. And that's a nice reception in there from number 13, Wyatt Hemberger, in on the reception. That'll be a Cougar first down. First down and goal here for Sandy Creek.
Hemberger tried to make a cut there about the 8-yard line, and he just couldn't. He slipped and fell, but he made the catch. Sets up first down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nice ball, too, thrown by Cameron Seeley, as Hemberger was just cutting through the middle of the field at the time he released that, but he put it out towards the sideline, and Hemberger is able to come up underneath it and make a big haul-in for a big first down. Thayer Central has scored one, by the way. They now lead it 14-0 over the Mustangs of Sutton. Schmidt off the left hip here of Cameron Seeley. Ball sitting at the 5. This is going to be a read option and a give.
Ball carried by Schmidt.
And just inside the 5, maybe right about at it.
It'll be second down. Cougars.
Little to no gain. It'll be second down and goal. Look at the referee trying to dry out that football. That'll be a full-time duty tonight. His shirt's going to be soaked if he continues to use his jersey. A towel.
Does he have a little chamois there?
Nope, I don't see it.
Oh, yeah, he does on the front. Yep.
Eagle eyes. Ball at the 5 here for Sandy Creek. Seeley. Schmidt off to the left. Quick little screener, and Schmidt loses his footing and just dropped inside the 5. Call it about the 3. Third down and goal upcoming now for Sandy Creek. There's no footing at all here for either of these two teams.
No, everybody, there is no grip out there on that field right now. Probably won't be there for the rest of the night.
It'll be baby steps for us, taking the equipment down on these aluminum bleachers, by the by. Third down and goal, 13-0. Adams Central has jumped on top of the Holdridge Dusters. Mike Will and Shane Will. Father and son broadcast combo tonight on the Channel 1. Seeley following his blockers. He's going to go untouched. 3-yard tutty from Cam Seeley as Seeley is in for the second time. And the Cougars extend a lead. They now lead at 30-0.
Nice read there by Seeley, and everybody crashed, and he had a wide open lane in front of him.
4:12 to go. Cougars have struck for 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, 2 touchdowns here in quarter number 2. And inching closer to that magic number of 35. Trying to make it a quick second half here in this contest. Seeley drops back to pass. 2-point conversion. Floater, too far. Just out the outstretched arms there of the intended target, Hemberger, and the 2-point try is unsuccessful. Really, the first offensive misstep was on a 2-point conversion attempt here for Sandy Creek. It has been all Cam Seeley. 2 5-yard touchdown passes and 2 touchdown runs. 30 points. The lead here for Sandy Creek. Cougars 30, Trojans 10-0. It's Cougar football on the Extreme Sports Network.
Since 1948, Shuck Drilling has been South Central Nebraska's go-to-water well experts. Remember Shuck Drilling for irrigation, well drilling, pump installations, repairs, and all related parts and service. Shuck Drilling, quality products and first-rate service at a fair price.
You are listening to Cougar Football on Extreme Sports.
4:12 remaining here in the first half of play. Sandy Creek out to a 30-0 lead. Bishop Neumann has jumped out to a 16-0 lead on St. Cecilia. We have flags and a false start. Little trickeration here on the special teams unit. Sandy Creek wants the football again. I think they want to get to that magic number 35 and get out of this rain just as much as the rest of us, Marcus.
Yeah, thank God we're not on the roof tonight. Usually that's where our friendly confines are, up here on the rooftop here at the press box. But Jeremy Borer and the staff here, like you mentioned, Tyson, have done a great job with this play. Gave us some pretty good friendly confines here, and we have to deal with the bugs.
Yep, I was worried about standing water and mosquitoes. In fact, we were even contemplating getting mosquito-proof jackets coming around into the broadcast with the bubble suit. Thank God we didn't need to do that, because we would look like goofs more than we do anyways. Kick's going to roll out of bounds. That'll be a procedural penalty here on Sandy Creek. Tri-County is going to take over offensively, but it's an offense that has really been slow going as of late, and a big credit to that, Marcus, this big defensive line. They have stepped up and made some plays here for the Cougars.
Yeah, that's just been key all night. That Sandy Creek defense just really kind of slowed Tri-County's offense down, and that size is making a huge difference.
So they'll start with the ball sitting here at the 35-yard line. One managed to get in.
Yes, it did.
Well, don't worry about it. It's just a skeeter.
I know. I got bug spray.
The Midwestern cologne, right? Here's a give off to the left side. That's Lewandowski again. Nothing doing. Little to, if any, gain. Might even be a loss on the play. Second down and 10. Halfway through this second quarter of play. Here at the 4-minute mark, a little over halfway through. Again, Sandy Creek trying to get that football back. Maybe punch one more into the end zone and get this baby to a running clock before the first half bells. They did that a lot last year.
Yes, they did.
We had a lot of quick nights here from the hill.
That's fine with me.
That was a fun football team to watch, and this year's variation of Cougar football, no different. 3-step drop. Tri-County is going to fling this one out here to the left-hand side, in and out of the hands of the intended target. As they look to the way of number 22, Zach Volser, the tight end. One of just two seniors here on this Tri-County football team. Tri-County, head coached by Caleb Armstrong.
It'll be third down, Trojans.
Coming into this contest, again, record of 1-2. Called to several Tri-County basketball games over the last few years, and looking at this roster, no familiar names. A lot of graduation and some first-string loss for Tri-County. Timeout on the field. That's going to give us an opportunity to whip around and check a few scores from the area. The guy cracks me up. He's been making me hungry all night, by the way, with advertising the burger feed that's going on here at Fairfield. Scores coming in. Bennington currently leading over Northwest. They've got 2 minutes left in the second quarter of play. Bennington up 7-0. That action going on in Class B. Still waiting to get first word in from Hastings High as they are on the road to Lincoln Northwest tonight. Class C1 sees Adams Stroll with a 20-0 lead. 10 minutes to go there against the Dusters of Holdridge. In Class C2, it's Donovan Trumbull over Cross County, 6-0. Bishop Neumann has now extended their lead over St. Cecilia, 16-0. 14-0, Thayer Central over Sutton. That's the other matchup we're watching here in Class D1. Third down and 10. Sandy Creek trying to force Tri-County into another punt. Long pass, well defended, and drops down to the ground. No flags on the play. It'll be 4th down and 10. Appealing was Zachary Volser. Coverage being provided by Alex Watts. And credit Alex Watts. He had the special teams miscue. He gave Tri-County great field position. Very next play, he goes up and makes an INT, and then about 3 receptions on the ensuing Sandy Creek touchdown drive to set them up in beautiful scoring position to ultimately cap it off with another Sandy Creek Cameron Seeley touchdown. Seeley's got 2 on the ground and 2 through the air. As Tri-County on 4th and 10 is going to drop back and go for it in their own territory. Long pass, sideline, flags fly, and what do we have?
And DPI, defensive pass interference, I believe. Couldn't tell because we get that glare from our press box here.
Yep, ball was caught by Zachary Volser. Very quick indication here from the referees, but the stick's moved nonetheless. 3:09 remaining. Gutsy call from Tri-County. Getting Sandy Creek out of sorts defensively, and they had to make a late adjustment. They were still in punt coverage and made a late adjustment to try to get to that and stop that play defensively.
We're still trying to get the chain set up down here. Now they got it set up. Ball 35.
35 here for TC. Tri-County trying to respond here against the Sandy Creek defense, which has been so good. It'll be Kepke going straight ahead. 3-yard gainer on the play. 3:03 remaining here in the first half. For Tri-County, you got to think just trying to get a little momentum head towards halftime, proving that you can drive on this Sandy Creek defense. But that pass play was their first down since the opening drive.
Yeah, and also I think they want to try and get in the end zone here because they know Sandy Creek's going to get the ball when they start the second half. And I don't think they want that 35 clock to activate as we get started in the third quarter.
I'm not fully convinced that Sandy Creek still couldn't get the ball back right here with 2:30 to go, 2nd down and 8. And all 3 timeouts remaining for head coach Andrew Kuda. It'll be a quarterback keeper. Kepke off the left side. Kepke with some running room and gets dropped down at the 20.
I think we're going to get a holding call.
This one looks like it's coming back. There's the flag. And here comes the indication, holding on Tri-County. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 18. A backbreaker there as that cancels out the first down.
Yeah, time where you need to be driving down the field, and you don't need a holding penalty right now with just a little over 2 minutes to go here in the half.
It was the intentional grounding penalty that derailed the first drive for the Trojans, and now a big penalty that puts Tri-County out of the red zone. And now, back in their own territory. Costly penalty there for the Trojans as the clock continues to tick. 2 minutes remaining here in this first half of play. Tri-County lining up. 2 big boys down in the backfield, and the snap is going to be picked up here. It's a broken play, and Sandy Creek's going to swarm around that football. Scooping the ball up was Owen Lewandowski as he had to pick it up off the turf. As the snap got away from quarterback Trevor Kepke. 3rd and 22. Minute and 30, and I'm a little curious. Not a timeout yet from Sandy
That's what I was
Creek.
about ready to say. I said, I'm surprised Coach Kuda and you burned a timeout, especially after that one. I think you might after this one. It just depends on what Tri-County's going to do. It's 3rd down and a long 22 for the Trojans.
It was a year ago where that clock could have been at 7 seconds, and you felt fine because of the way Sandy Creek could just fly on the football field. They're going to snap it right about a minute to go. 3rd down, 22, and the ball on the turf once again. Picked up by Kepke.
There's your timeout.
As it's back-to-back center quarterback exchange issues. And now 4th down and 25. Await Tri-County, and the Sandy Creek Cougars have called a timeout. We'll keep it here. Minute to go. Sandy Creek football here on the Extreme Sports Network tonight. Part of our dual coverage is we've got Adams Central comfortably ahead of the Holdridge Dusters, airing on Extreme Sports 1. 27-0 there. They've still got 7 minutes left in the second quarter. They might be heading towards the running clock. My goodness. AC flexing against the Dusters of Holdridge. Check out some D2 scores that we have in for you. Elm Creek currently leading Blue Hill 20-16. Elm Creek also the site earlier today of a battle between number 1 and number 2 in the 6-man ranks. Stewart falling to Garden County as the Eagles pick up a 28-14 win. Garden County.
That's a good team.
Well, my goodness, they're 6-man now. They used to be in C2.
Yep. Good football team. I talked to my cousin. That Stewart team was my cousin's team, and they said they're a very good football team. 4th down, 22 has another fumbled snap.
Mercy sakes, another fumbled snap, and Tri-County is going to have to roll this out and just play chuck-a-duck as they get it out to about the 40-yard line.
That ball was like as it was a duck coming out of his hands.
No way you can get a grip on it as a quarterback.
No.
I mean, anything in the forward direction at this point has got to be a success when you're trying to pass the football in this weather. It is damp and wet on the football field. The rain has appeared to have subsided for the moment. No umbrellas or ponchos. Still a few ponchos out in the crowd, but all of the umbrellas have been put down. And that, crossing our fingers, should be the last burst of rain that comes through the area here tonight, but it has left some very miserable playing conditions. And Sandy Creek now taking over offensively with a 30-0 lead and 47 seconds remaining. And they are going to go deep over the middle. It's going to be called in by Watts, and Watts gets dropped down at the 28-yard line. Another first down for Alex Watts.
They're playing zone coverage, and Watts is just finding the stop spot in the zone, and sets up first down 10.
No huddle now for Sandy Creek as they hurry things up. And here is a snap that gets by Cameron Seeley, and there's going to be a scrum for it. I do believe Sandy Creek gets back on top of it. But center quarterback exchange issues on this wet field, nearly resulting in a Sandy Creek turnover. Ball's going to be recovered by the Cougars. Sandy Creek's going to call another timeout. 33 seconds remaining here in the opening half of play. Coming up at halftime, we will bring our attention to Hastings College football, which is coming up tomorrow as the Hastings College Broncos set to battle the Warriors of Waldorf. Waldorf coming to Lloyd Wilson Field. We'll have coverage for you of Hastings College football on Extreme Sports 1. That'll be followed up by some volleyball action as the Broncos will entertain Midland University. Broncos looking to get back into the win column in GPAC play, dropping the last two.
Yeah, football game. You'll hear my voice on the sidelines again tomorrow with Mike and Jimmy. I'll be on the sidelines, giving some reports out. It's going to be a beautiful day for football tomorrow. It's all 74 degrees, barely a breeze, sun and clouds. Couldn't ask for a better September day.
Far different from what we are experiencing here this evening. Trips out to the right. Cam Seeley, 3-step drop, looking over to the left. He's going to quickly get it out to his check down, and Schmidt going to break a few tackles, get to the original line of scrimmage, and be brought down right there. Sandy Creek likely going to be using their last time out. Matt Franzen, the head coach of the Hastings College Broncos, he'll sit down with Mike Will, part of our halftime coverage as we get you set for the Broncos and the Warriors coming up tomorrow on Extreme Sports.
Couple score updates while we got a minute here. Doniphan Trumbull at the half leads Cross County 12-0. Bishop Neumann continues to grow their leads, now 23-0. Bishop Neumann over St. Cecilia. And St. Cecilia played Kearney Catholic last. He gave Kearney Catholic all they wanted.
And more.
And more. Kearney Catholic's getting more than they wanted here tonight with Minden. It's 7-7 about the end of the first half. So the Whippets are giving the Stars all they want this week. And so Kearney Catholic's going to be tested, it looks like, again tonight, unless the Stars can find a way to blow this thing open.
You mean unless the Stars align?
That's right.
We'll get you more puns as we move along throughout the season. Blue Hill, again, a 2-point lead over Elm Creek. Then a close battle over there in Class C1. We resume action here. Class D2. 20 seconds remaining. 3rd down, 11, ball at the 30-yard line. No timeouts left here for the Cougars. They're going to be looking in zone. Firing it over here to the sideline, quickly getting out of bounds. Alex Watts, nice play. That'll bring up 4th down, and it's 4th and go territory here for the Cougars. One last opportunity to try to get the ball into the end zone. Maybe a 1st down and one hurry up remain here for Sandy Creek.
You can get 2, maybe a 3rd in if you're lucky.
3's pushing it.
Like I said, 3 is pushing it. But you can get 2. You can at least get 2 in.
4th down and 6. Got to pick up the 1st down before we can talk about any of that. 3 off to the right-hand side. As Cameron Seeley barks out instructions, gets the ball. Scanning the field, floats one over here to the sidelines. That's going to be picked up, and getting out of bounds is going to be Himberger. Nice job to find the sidelines, and that'll give him 7 seconds. And so 2 shots at the end zone is what you have. That's what you're looking at right now if you're Sandy Creek. Sandy Creek trying to get to that number of 35 here before the halftime break. Quick passes, can't have anything in the open field. Yeah. Everybody goes out wide. Caden Schmidt off to the right hip here of Cameron Seeley. Seeley, high snap. Goes down to the sidelines right near the goal line, reaching over and into the end zone. It's going to be Sandy Creek touchdown. Number 12, Wes Biltoff, the 6'6 junior, using all that 6'6 frame to lean over the goal line and get the ball into the end zone. Sandy Creek's got the 36-point lead.
Nicely done by Sandy Creek's offense. Nice job. Nice stretch there by Biltoff. Used all of his 6'6 frame to stretch the ball over the goal line. That's going to activate the running clock here in the second half.
10-yard strike from Cameron Seeley. 3rd passing touchdown of the evening. 2-point conversion try. Going straight ahead. And knocked back, still on his feet, and then finally goes to ground. 2-point try is unsuccessful. That was Alex Watts on the keeper. 10-yard touchdown pass, however, makes it 36-0. That'll activate the running clock in the second half, and we have hit the halftime break. The score right at the end as Biltoff stretches out as time expires to give the Cougars the 36-0 lead here at the end of the first half. Halftime from the Hill. All Sandy Creek. They lead at 36 over Tri-County. You're listening to Cougar Football on the Extreme Sports Network.
Looking for reliable farming and construction equipment? Head to Landmark Implement in Fairfield, located right on Highway 74 in the heart of Clay County. At Landmark, we specialize in large ag equipment and precision ag support, meeting the needs of farmers in Geneva and Aurora. Whether you're upgrading your planter or need top-notch service, our team has you covered. We have a fantastic selection of John Deere lawn and garden equipment, compact utility tractors, and even Gator utility vehicles. Whether it's for a small acreage or a large farm, our compact tractor packages come with all the attachments you need to get the job done. Need service? Our certified master technicians are ready to help with on-farm service, combine repair, or even a simple mower tune-up. Experience the Landmark difference today in Fairfield. For all your John Deere sales, parts, and precision ag needs, Landmark is your trusted partner.
We know the Sandy Creek football team has excelled on the field this year, but what about your cattle? Shaw Elite Cattle of Fairfield encourages everyone to be watching for our first public offering of private treated Angus bulls. Bulls bred for high growth, balanced EPDs, and eye appeal that are backed by maternally proven cow families. The Shaw brothers, Josh, Ethan, Christian, Charlie, and Delaney, yes, she's one of the boys too, are excited and proud to visit with all interested individuals about Shaw Elite Cattle's performance and genetics, not to mention anything sports or Cougar country related. That's Shaw Elite Cattle of Fairfield.
As a family-owned community bank, Cornerstone Bank knows the importance of building strong relationships with our ag producers. Cornerstone is also large enough to handle all your farm lending needs. Whether you're in the market Equipment, livestock, real estate, or farm inputs, Cornerstone is ready to support you with excellent farm lending options. Hi, this is Lance Williams with Cornerstone Bank. I invite you to call or stop by any of our locations to discuss your farm operation needs. Bank on a solid foundation with Cornerstone Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, loan subject to approval.
You are listening to Cougar Football on Extreme Sports.
Back here at halftime at the Hill. All Sandy Creek so far, 36-0. Recap the first half scoring for you. Sandy Creek getting the score started at the 5:45 mark of the first quarter. A 5-yard touchdown pass from sophomore quarterback Cam Seeley to Caden Schmidt. 2-point conversion successful. Sandy Creek holding an 8-0 lead. Sandy Creek forcing Tri-County into another punt. Sandy Creek another score. 27-yard touchdown pass. Cam Seeley through the air makes it 16-0. 2:32 remaining. And then things got interesting for Alex Watts, the sophomore, 5'11 receiver. Is back to return the punt. Due to the slippery wet conditions, mishandled that punt. Tri-County got the ball in great field position at the 30-yard line. But on the very next play, the young sophomore makes up for the mistake and gets a turnover of his own. An interception. That set Sandy Creek up with great field position. 3 Alex Watt receptions later, and then Cam Seeley is able to find the end zone on another 5-yard touchdown pass to Caden Schmidt. 24-0 at that point. The 2-point try unsuccessful. Then midway through the second quarter, 4:32 remaining, Cameron Seeley on a 2-yard touchdown run makes the score 30-0 for the Cougars, forcing Tri-County into yet another punt. A 10-yard touchdown pass from Cam Seeley to Wes Biltoff as time expires makes the score 36-0 and gives Sandy Creek the 35-point margin to have running clock here at the second half of play. It's 36-0 here at the halftime break. The Cam Seeley Show. 2 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, other way around. 3 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns for the 5 that have been scored from the Cougars so far here tonight. Let's take a quick Bronco break, shall we? As Michael had the opportunity to catch up with Hastings College head coach Matt Franzen. The Broncos taking on a Waldorf University tomorrow at Lloyd Wilson Field as the Broncos look to get back to 2-2 in GPAC play.
Spent a couple of minutes with Hastings head coach Matt Franzen. The Broncos getting ready to take on Waldorf tomorrow afternoon. Coach sitting at 1-2 on the season. A tough loss last week up in Sioux City against Briar Cliff.
Yeah, it was. It's always a tough place to play up there, and Briar Cliff, I think maybe a lot of teams are like this, but I think they just play well at home in their home confines, and they played well against us last week. I think we did in some aspects, we did some things really well. We forced 5 turnovers, and in other aspects, we really struggled. We weren't able to put those turnovers in the end zone. And so it was a disappointing loss. We felt like going in, it was a team that we matched up well against and maybe could take a step forward and we didn't, and came back home and need to figure out how do we get to that next step, which is our second victory. And so that'll be what we're looking to do here at home against Waldorf.
We also leave Sioux City without our starting quarterback, and Jared Sinek is out. Carson Kolanchek, the guy from last year, steps back in to take over the offense.
Yeah. Jarrett had an injury that unfortunately will be a season ender for him. We have an experienced quarterback, like you mentioned, that is here and is back in and is ready to go. So Carson does some things a little bit different than Jarrett. He throws the ball really, really well, like Jarrett, throws the ball downfield really well. But we feel like he can do some things with his legs also. He's very mobile. He can get out and run. And so we'll roll him out maybe a little bit more than we were looking to do with Jarrett to move the pocket and put a little pressure on the defense with his run ability. So we're optimistic about it. Carson's excited about the opportunity, and we're going to move forward and see what we can do with the way things are now.
So it's a Waldorf in here tomorrow, a team that is 0-3 on the season. They have not had a lot of success offensively or defensively. It's one of those teams you got to just take control of and keep them out of the game.
Yeah, they've struggled this year. That's obvious when you look at the scores and the stats and whatnot. So we need to get out and we need to play well. So regardless of who we're playing in this game, come out and play and execute as a team. And, you know, like I said, on offense, score some points. Special teams has been an area where we've done some things really well. And then we've struggled also. We've managed to miss an extra point in each of our 3 games so far. And as we've talked with the team and with that unit, I mean, that's got to be an automatic unit. So little things like that we need to continue to get better. And so hopefully we can execute those areas better in this game.
Yeah, there's plenty of things for our team to work on in a game like this. So you want to play well in this ball game, but you can't really be concerned with them. We got a lot of things to correct ourselves.
Yes, no, you're exactly right. You know, like I said, it doesn't matter today, tomorrow who we're playing in this game. There's things that we need to correct, and there's a lot of season left also. So you know, a lot of reasons to want to get better early in the season here with the full season that's coming up.
Where are some of those areas that you want a big step tomorrow?
Well, offensively, we need to be more consistent in our run game. We've done kind of like special teams. Honestly, we've done some things really well. Last week we had a 57-yard touchdown run, you know, which we haven't had the long runs from scrimmage very often, it feels like, over the last few years. And so it was neat to see that. And Caden Merriman has that kind of speed, so we were able to get him loose. So that's great, but we want to be more consistent also on the first down runs and the second down runs, and average about 5 yards a carry is a great number. The last couple of weeks we haven't been able to do that, and some of that has given up some sacks. That hurts that rushing statistic pretty badly when you do. And that's another area we need to improve is protecting the quarterback. And last week we gave up 3 or 4 sacks and got our quarterback knocked out of the game. And so that's an area as an offensive line we've really stressed this week, is being more physical in our protection and taking more pride in what we're doing in that area. And so those are a couple things that we need to do better. And if we do those things better, the scores, the touchdowns are naturally going to come, because that's how you score, is by protecting your quarterback and running the football consistently.
So with a new quarterback tomorrow, not wholesale changes in offense, just maybe blending this offense to maybe better suit Carson.
Right, correct. Yeah, I mean, the running game is going to look like it has. We're going to play the same running backs and do the same and run those same plays. You may see the quarterback running the ball a little bit more, maybe by a scramble, maybe by design. Those would be maybe some wrinkles that would look a little bit different, but it's not going to be a big change from what we've been looking at with this offense the first 3 weeks.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Matt Franzen, head coach for Hastings College. Kickoff tomorrow will be at 1 o'clock at Lloyd Wilson Field, on the air with Pigskin Preview at 12 o'clock noon on Extreme Sports.
We know the Sandy Creek football team has excelled on the field this year, but what about your cattle? Shaw Elite Cattle of Fairfield encourages everyone to be watching for our first public offering of private treated Angus bulls. Bulls bred for high growth, balanced EPDs, and eye appeal that are backed by maternally proven cow families. The Shaw brothers, Josh, Ethan, Christian, Charlie, and Delaney, yes, she's one of the boys too, are excited and proud to visit with all interested individuals about Shaw Elite Cattle's performance and genetics, not to mention anything sports or cougar country related. That's Shaw Elite Cattle of Fairfield.
SC Farms of Clay Center and Skyline Farms of Edgar want to wish the Sandy Creek sports teams good luck this season. Push yourself beyond limits. Greatness awaits. We are proud of you. SC Farms of Clay Center and Skyline Farms of Edgar are proud supporters of Cougar Athletics.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Back here from the Hill, Tyson Nevronic, Marcus Metcalf with you. Sandy Creek with a 36-0 lead over the Trojans of Tri-County. 3 passing touchdowns for Cam Seeley, 2 on the ground, as the Cougars have jumped out to a 36-0 lead. We'll have running clock, for the entire duration of half number 2. Let's take a few minutes here while we are at halftime to get you some scores from around the area. As we first check in on the proceedings over in Class B. Interesting battle between Northwest and Bennington. Northwest hanging around on the road in the Metro, currently trailing by the score of 7-0. Meanwhile, the very talented Seward bunch is up on Scotts Bluff at Concordia University with a 14-0 lead at halftime. McCook leading Crete over at Doane by the score of 27-0. Meanwhile, in Class C1, the other contest on the Extreme Sports Network over on Extreme Sports 1, Adams Central with a 35-0 lead on Holdridge. We'll be having running clock for the second half of play as the Patriots have put it on the Dusters here tonight. Also in Class C2, it's all Bishop Newman right now for St. Cecilia by the score of 23-0. The top-ranked team in Class 2 handling my Hawks with under a minute to go in quarter number 2. Donovan Trumbull with a 12-0 lead there at halftime in Cross County tonight. And Kearney Catholic and Minden currently in a deadlock, 7-7 at the end of the first half. Meanwhile, it was all smiles in Broken Bow yesterday as they were able to debut their brand new gymnasium for volleyball for the first time. The football side of things, not going so well, losing to rivals Ord at the end of the first half by the score of 28-0. Let's check out the 8-man ranks, 36-0 score here at the Hill, a 14-0 score in Sutton tonight as the Titans of Thayer Central currently lead the Mustangs 14-0. Other top 25 action going on in D1. Johnson Brock, who we know well here from Sandy Creek, having played them in the first week of the regular season. Johnson Brock, I just lost the score. Let's go find it again. 32-8 over Johnson County Central. They are at halftime. 4th-ranked Crofton currently leading other way around. 3rd-ranked Bloomfield currently leading 4th-ranked Crofton 8-6 after the end of the first half of play. Stanton, the 2023 champions and 2024 runner-ups, they're trailing to Summerland at the end of the first half by the score of 20-6. North Platte St. Pat's on top of Alma by the score of 31-8. Top-ranked Shelby Rising City. No surprise here. They lead at 38-0 over the Huskies of Heartland. In Class D2, no score yet from Franklin and Kennesaw. Blue Hill currently leading Elm Creek by the score of 22-20. They are at the end of the first half, and it's Lawrence Nelson with a 20-14 lead over BDS. And they get set to start third quarter, a one-possession game there. Wolves of Twin Loop leading Chambers Central 14-0. Burwell, they lead Palmer 43-0. Top-ranked Central Valley leading 9th-ranked Anselmo Myrna 24-8. On the 6-man side of things, again, it was a battle of 1 and 2 today. Stewart falling to Garden County by the score of 28-14. Ridiculous score coming from Hayes Springs. No surprise, they put up numbers in bunches as they knocked off Creek Valley 80-12. Yikes. Sandhill Thedford, big score line today, 68-8 over Bayard. Eschler, my goodness gracious. 80-0 over the Giltner Hornets. Lopsided score lines here in week number 4. As we get set to get underway here in half number 2. Running clock. As the Cougars will take the opening kick here of the second half. The 25-yard line. And we'll see how long the ones remain in action here for Sandy Creek. Wet field conditions, sloppy playing conditions, potential for injury on the rise when you're in this kind of weather and in this kind of field. So maybe we'll see the 2s and 3s start to trickle in, I would imagine, as the second half wears along. In the meantime, that looks to be Alex Watts in the backfield, taking the first snaps at quarterback, and it's going to be a read option off here onto the right-hand side.
Quarterback Alex Watts.
Alex Watts His name's been mentioned for both positive and negative plays for Sandy Creek. Of course, it was the early adversity for Alex Watts on the punt return as his hand slipped off the ball trying to scoop it up off the ground. But Alex Watts atoned for it one play later, picked up the INT. He's picked up several receptions here today, and now is in at quarterback in for sophomore Cam Seeley. So in all likelihood, Seeley's day has come to a conclusion with 5 touchdowns in the first half of play. Just underway here in the second half. Watts in the backfield. It's going to be a give to the middle and a spin move. Nice play, 25 all the way down to the 20-yard line. Jet Livgren, the freshman, 5'6", 135. In at halfback as the 2. And maybe heading over to the sideline and telling Coach Kuda he wants some more reps in there at the halfback. Shifty little moves from the young freshman.
5'6"?
Still taller than me. Shut up.
Say, that's the size of me.
Now, Jet Livgren with some jet fuel on that run and some shifty moves as well as he spins inside the red zone here for Sandy Creek. Just 2 plays into this second drive, or first drive, the second half, excuse me. Read option. That'll be Watts on the keeper. Spins right at the line of scrimmage and brought down. Second down and 10, 9:55 remaining.
There is zero grip on that field. These guys are just like they're playing on ice.
That'd be kind of fun. Football on the ice.
What's a nice, softer version of the ice?
It'd be like arena football on skates. Maybe we should call the Storm up and see if we can arrange that.
That'd be cool.
It'd be fun just to watch, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. I like that idea.
I have a lot of good ideas. Stick around. Watts in the shotgun formation. Quick 3-step drop. Got his target. Going to be into the end zone for the score as Watts gets that to Wyatt Hemberger. And it'll be a 19-yard touchdown pass from backup QB Alex Watts to Wyatt Hemberger. And the Cougars extend the lead to 42-0.
All they're doing is a little crossing routes here and in the zone, and nice play by Watts to find Hemberger for another Sandy Creek touchdown.
It's not complicated, and they're just taking what the defense is giving them.
Yep.
And right now, that's chunk play after chunk play after chunk play, and the Cougars have the 42-0 lead. And flags fly.
Flag on the play. It's a delay game against the Cougars. We'll back it up 5 yards for the 2-point conversion.
Delay of game is all on Sandy Creek. So clock stops now at 9:17. It'll stop for scoring plays, but will not stop for incomplete passes or first downs, anything like that. Two-point conversion try. Watts under pressure. Float one out, and this ball's going to be intercepted. So 2-point try, no good. But nonetheless, 42-0. Sandy Creek extends the lead on the first drive of half number 2. It's all Cougs tonight here from the Hill. You are listening to Sandy Creek Football on Extreme Sports 2.
Since 1948, Shuck Drilling has been South Central Nebraska's go-to-water well experts. Remember Shuck Drilling for irrigation, well drilling, pump installations, repairs, and all related parts and service. Shuck Drilling, quality products and first-rate service at a fair price.
You are listening to Cougar Football on Extreme Sports.
Not a lot of risky Sandy Creek fans trying to jump around on the wet bleachers with the loose footing. Miserable playing conditions out there. The rain has subsided, but again, it's left behind some puddles and zero grip on that football, and we've seen zero footing here on the field as well. Nonetheless, Sandy Creek has been able to get a foothold in this game as they have a 42-0 advantage, and we have more whistles here at special teams. If you take one blemish maybe on this football game, Marcus, I think execution on special teams is Probably where you're looking at the film room. There was the muff punt, obviously muff punt, but then there was the illegal procedure, and then there was the kick out of bounds, and now another procedural penalty here on the Cougars. Special teams might get a workout on the film day tomorrow. 9:17 left to go here in quarter number 3. Ball fielded off the turf and brought back out across the 20-25-yard line. I believe that's Garrett Schmidt on the return, as Tri-County will go back to work. It's been all Sandy Creek, and we've seen now 2 different quarterbacks do damage for the Cougars. Cam Seeley in the first half, 3 touchdown passes and 2 on the ground. And then Alex Watts with the 19-yard strike to Wyatt Hamburger to start off scoring here in the third quarter. Now some fresh faces in defensively, too, as we have another center quarterback exchange. That is center quarterback exchange issue number 4 for Tri-County, as they are just having trouble even getting the football from the center to the quarterback.
Yeah, that's going to be something they might need to work on practice, but granted, probably the slippery conditions, like you mentioned. It's not very fun to try and even rip that football out there.
Dunk the football in a bucket of water before every play. Try to work on that. QB center exchanges have been an issue for the Trojans so far here tonight. Quarterback keeper, left-hand side. No dice.
He even slipped just trying to come out of the break there in the center exchange.
Cap to your ball carrier. Tackle on the
Eitzman on the play. Watts as well.
Cohen Eitzman, number 14 for the Cougars.
3-yard loss there. County, it's 3rd and 13. Sam Watts now into the contest. A 6-foot, 220-pound sophomore in on the D-line. As, the first team has completely left the game here. But you love watching the sidelines when it's first team out, second team in, and that first team is just as jacked for big plays for the stringers as the second string or first string. You love to see that. And that's just a cohesive unit from the standpoint of Sandy Creek football, and that's what they have here. And you can see it on display here on the field. The first team guys just as pumped with the second string guys to make big plays, and we saw it there with a no gain on the play. 4th down, 13. Tri-County is going to punt again. Thomas, you're not listening to the broken record. And over in punt. Bounces at 30. Rolls to the 20. Going to be scooped here at the 15, and maybe should have thought better about that. He's dropped right where he picks it up. Good coverage on the play from Olberson and Tri-County. 6:15 remaining here in the third quarter. Again, running clock in effect. That was put in effect after the 10-yard touchdown pass from Kim Seeley to Wes Biltoff as time expired. And nobody more excited about that touchdown pass than us here in the broadcast booth. This one expected to move pretty quick. We're going to have another delay of game. I saw a flag fly in. I thought I saw a flag fly in. What am I looking at? First down. I say I'm not watching another game on the stream. I thought I had seen a flag fly in from behind the back judge there. Nevertheless, it'll be a first down.
I say either that or a towel or something. It looked like it, but no flag, and that's a first down for Sandy Creek.
5 minutes, 12 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Play 42-0 your score. All Cougars in this one. Quick pitch play as they get it off to Jet Livgren. That'll be complete, but it'll be a loss on the play of about 2.
Yeah, Livgren, he's a speedy freshman out there for Coach Kuda, and He'd be probably one of those here in the future. That'll probably be kind of one of those dudes with jet sweeps here for his team if he has one in his back pocket. And that was kind of similar to what he did, except that was a pass and came for a 3-yard loss. Sets up 2nd down and 13.
Put the Jets on display on that big first-yard gainer that he had on the first carry of the second half. Here's Jet. Nope, going to be a keeper this time from Watts. Watts rodeoed down. I can't even get a number for you. All I see is mud on the back of that white jersey.
The Mud Bowl.
Is that 11, I believe? Yeah, Trevor Koepke. He has been on the ground a few different times, so not surprised to see his numbers all covered in dirt and mud.
I think that kid's got a little bit of laundry to do this evening or tomorrow. I think all these guys will.
This portion of the game brought to you by Pods. 43 to go. 2nd down and 13 here for the Cougs. Long hold there. Jet Livgren took a shot. It was kept by Alex Watts. Watts got to the original line of scrimmage. I do believe there's flags on the play. Yes. I'm second-guessing myself at this point. And that's a block in the back on Sandy Creek, so this one will be coming back.
So are they going to decline this penalty?
And make it 4th and 10. And in all likelihood, a Sandy Creek punt.
And they are.
Yep.
Illegal block in the back.
So they'll make it 4th down and 10.
4th down for the Cougars and 8.
And no Tri-County Trojans dropping back. Clock resumes here at 3:29 now.
Looks like Lewandowski back there.
Lewandowski back deep. As the snap is fielded, punt is away. High punt, and Lewandowski is going to signal for the fair catch right there at the 20-yard line. So Tri-County takes back over offensively. 3:06 remaining here in the third quarter of play.
First 10 Trojans.
Some of the penalties and execution issues, not as rapidly as a moving clock as we had hoped, but 42-0 nonetheless. All Cougars. Here on a rainy night. Many games getting off the delayed starts due to some lightning in the area. Ours not among them. As we just had some rain showers that moved through here in Fairfield. A long pass play here on the sideline. This one's going to be hauled down. And Tri-County gets their biggest play of the day. Going off to that right-hand side and connecting with Garrett Schmidt. Out past midfield, out past the 30-yard line.
That's complete to Zach Vossler.
And setting up Tri-County in good field position. Going to correct myself, that was Zach Vossler on the reception.
And Jet Livgren on the coverage.
Here is a give straight ahead. Nothing doing. Sandy Creek swarming and tracking him back. That would have pushed him all the way back to the end zone if the refs wouldn't have blew the whistle.
Say, what are they doing, the sled? Pushing the sled.
Looked like it. 2 minutes left to go here in quarter number 3. Again, reminder, broadcast plans for tomorrow. Football in the afternoon. 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock with our countdown to kickoff pigskin preview show. That'll be followed up with some GPAC volleyball later on. Hastings College taking on Midland. As Hastings College looks to get to 2-2 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Pitch to the outside, temporarily losing the footing before getting the ball back to about the 30-yard line. That was Lewandowski on the carry.
It's one of those plays they ran in that first quarter, and that's the only time they ran is a little toss, but almost like a sweep from the backside and see if they can catch Sandy Creek over running a little bit, and he made a little cut there and gained a couple yards. So it's a 3rd down and 5 with about a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Good opportunity here. Sandy Creek, by the way, second string defense is in. Second string offense also in for the Cougars. So some Additional varsity minutes happening here for Tri-County, and a nice defensive play there from Wyatt Hamburger as he reaches out that ball and swats the ball away, and preventing a big first down for Tri-County. Fourth down for Tri-County. We'll see what they like to do with 35 seconds remaining. Again, clock continues to run even on incomplete passes, as this is almost certainly fourth down and good territory here for your county. If you've gone for it twice in your own territory, this is short distance in comparison. Second string defense looking to preserve the shutout ball. Hits the grass. It's going to be picked up and thrown down towards the sideline and incomplete. Turnover downs. Looking for Vossler once again. Double coverage on the play. And you see Kepke has clearly identified his favorite target while going to the air. It's Vossler, and Sandy Creek has recognized that, now providing double, even triple coverage at times, and that one swatted away. So 5 seconds remaining, and all likely just going to let the clock wind down here at the end of the third. Sandy Creek adding another, a 19-yard touchdown pass from Alex Watt to Wyatt Hamburger, and the Cougars have a 42-0 lead over Tri-County. Fourth and final quarter coming up here on the Extreme Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. It's Cougar football here on Extreme Sports.
This is the commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn. And we've been innovating ever since.
The one that started it all. The number one seed to beat. The one for you.
In 2026, we celebrate a century of innovation. Plant the 100th season. Plant Pioneer.
See your Pioneer seed dealers, Mike and Brian Shaw, at Shaw Ag Solutions. SC Farms of Clay Center and Skyline Farms of Edgar want to wish the Sandy Creek sports teams good luck this season. Push yourself beyond limits. Greatness awaits. We are proud of you. SC Farms of Clay Center and Skyline Farms of Edgar are proud supporters of Cougar Athletics.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Extreme Sports high school football coverage tonight. 42-0 Sandy Creek all over Tri-County. Read option, it's going to be a keeper. And a gain of about 5, and a nice stiff arm there from Alex Watts, getting the attention of the hometown faithful. Sandy Creek football brought to you by Shaw Cattle, also by Cornerstone Bank and by Shuck Drilling. Also by the Sandy Creek Booster Club, Landmark Implement, Fairfield Butcher Shop, and all of our great local sponsors that allow us to bring football into your living rooms, garages, combines, or just making a subtle trip up to 281. We thank you for joining us for high school football here on this Friday night. Third down and 5 here for Sandy Creek. 11 minutes left here in this running clock. Game is basically all but over, but the final score at this point, and good opportunity for some second stringers and third stringers to get some meaningful varsity experience here for the Cougars. Game equally not as dramatic on Channel 1 either. I would say maybe catch the tail end of that exciting second half, but Adams Central also winning big in a blowout and spun down Alex Watts on the play. A big defensive stop from a muddy jersey whose number I cannot differentiate. What do you got for me, Marcus?
Carver Oberding.
My goodness, you cannot read the nice clean white jerseys with big blue numbers at the start, and I'm thinking, oh great, I'm going to be able to see these all night. We're in beautiful shape. They are all but just dark, muddy jerseys at this point, as we have another procedural penalty here on the special teams. Who jumped? Tri-County jumped. 5-yard penalty. Fourth down and 5 now. now marching towards midfield. Just change your idea a little bit. Maybe keep this clock moving and try to get a first down here with your second teamers.
No, I'd punt it. Clock's still rolling.
It's not like we got Archie back there. I mean, let's try to pick up the first. I said it's not like we've got Archie back there. We don't have to put the Aussie in the game. What? 4th down and 5, 9:48. Are you trying to pick a bug off me?
You had a mosquito.
Oh, it's okay. Punt fielded here at the 10-yard line, now to the 20, to the 30, down the sideline, turning on the Jets, cuts up field, and drug down, cross midfield out of the 30.
Nice run by Lewandowski. That was a solid 40-yard run there from Lewandowski, the junior.
Tri-County taking over offensively. 9:18 remaining, 42-0. Sandy Creek in control. And now what you have to worry about is the mindset. You're in control. It's 42-0. How much talk is going on in that Sandy Creek coaching staff right now with the second stringers, with the back saying, preserve the shutout. You have to get this for our defense.
Oh, you have to. I mean, we saw it just last couple of weeks on the big league side of it with the Huskers, and Coach Rule said it. We got to keep this mindset. We got to, no matter what, if we're up 55-0, we still got to play hard and play right and play it smart.
Because it's so easy. It's so easy to shut things off. I mean, it is up here in the broadcast booth. It is on the stands. You see a lot of faithful starting to turn to their phones here at the 42-0 mark here with 8:23. Maybe checking in on some other scores. It's hard to keep locked in when you have such a comfortable lead, but right now Sandy Creek is doing a great job as the whole jailbreak goes through, and it's a big, big defensive stop.
Make sure you get your Big Mac at all participating Saline Clay County McDonald's.
There's not even a McDonald's in Clay County.
Oh, the PA guy is an absolute hoot. It's a party up on the hill, that's for sure. We're having a good time. This is great.
We always have a good time when we come here.
I missed this place. Had my pretzel bites earlier. That's an absolute staple of the Sandy Creek concession stands. As here's a pass off to the right side. Well overthrown. 4th down and 17. Yeah, I had been, since the semifinals a year ago, have been hankering for the pretzel bites and cheese here from the Sandy Creek concession stands. And about 45 minutes before we went on the air, the first place I stopped before I even used the bathroom was the Sandy Creek concession stands. And I go, do you have the pretzel bites ready yet? I'm going to need multiple orders of those throughout the course of this season. Mishandled snap on the punt. Uh-oh. And now just trying to run for his life over to the sideline. Got good yardage out of the darn thing. He ends up getting brought down here at the 30-yard line. Still short of the sticks, but boy, that's making something out of nothing, that's for sure. That play had disaster written all over it. And the punter actually picks up some pretty big yards for Tri-County. Nonetheless, it'll be a turnover on downs, and the Cougars take back over.
That saves them about 20, 25 yards.
Oh, no point after mishandling that snap, especially in these conditions, to trying to do a rugby-style punt or anything. It wasn't going to end pretty if you did. Risk a slip. Risk a block. Risk a special teams touchdown back the other way. So nice job of just picking it upfield and picking up positive yards. High snap here for Watts. It's a pitch to Livgren, and it's no gain. 5:55 remaining here in quarter number 4. All teams with all timeouts still remaining. Lewandowski in on the stuff for Tri-County. Let's pot up our scoreboard when we have a moment. What do you got for me?
Minden, 13-7 over Kearney Catholic in the 4th.
Thayer Central has extended their lead. 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter of play. 20-0 over Sutton. That game has apparently been all on the ground.
Yeah.
It's not running clock there. They started at the same time as we did. And they've got 4 minutes left to go in the fourth, so I imagine that's been purely played on the ground over between the Titans and the Mustangs. 20-0 lead for the Titans. 36-0 lead for Bishop Neumann as they extend over Hastings St. Cecilia. Donovan Trumbull still shutting out Cross County. They've got 8 minutes left to go in the fourth. At AC with 6 minutes left to go in the third. It's a 42-0 game there. It's a 42-0 game here. Know your scoreboards that are being toggled by the two networks are not inaccurate. Meanwhile, how about Aurora in a battle with Sodus, 28-21. Watts, right-hand side, gets shoved out of bounds, but the clock remains rolling.
Look at this score. This is a typical six-man score. 69-8 Red Cloud over Sterling with 5 minutes left to go in the third.
That's a typical Jets score, too. I'm speaking of the New York variety. That was not a dig on Sterling. They just happened to be named the Jets.
Pawnee City, the fourth-ranked Pawnee City Indians.
Home of Larry the Cable Guy.
They are in trouble. They're down 27-24 with Hampton has the ball with 2 minutes to go.
They're not getting her done. Punt here for Sandy Creek. It hits the grass, and they're in trouble. Tri-County swallows up the punter. More special teams miscues. And again, you can throw out about 90% of these miscues that have been made just due to the field conditions. They both had to play on them. It's been miserable. Sandy Creek has found a way to find the end zone 6 times. Tri-County has got about that many first downs by comparison.
Thayer Central, it looks like they're going to lock this baby up. They lead 20-0 over Sutton with a little under 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Trying to find you that Kennesaw Franklin score, and I still haven't had anything yet.
Quick pitch, right side. Tri-County is going to get it into the end zone for the score. Touchdown for Tri-County as they get the ball to Lewandowski. And at the 3:17 mark, Tri-County has found the end zone for the first time. That's junior Owen Lewandowski on the pitch, but there is a flag on the play, so hold everything. It is a hold. That would negate the touchdown. Personal foul. That's going to go on the Cougars. Touchdown's going to be good. So the touchdown stands. And with 3:17 remaining here in the fourth quarter, it's now 42-6.
Against the Cougars, the touchdown by the Trojans.
First string in here to stop this 2-point conversion. Keep the clock running.
Yeah.
Come on, please.
It's really been a quick game, though, honestly. 8:45.
It's been quick and one that was kind of in control from the very beginning of the football game. As there's the pass off to the right-hand side, the 2-point conversion is going to be successful. And so with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left, we'll play it out. 2-point try is good. 20-yard touchdown run from Owen Lewandowski.
Pass complete to Bossler.
As we will play out the last 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in regulation. 42-8. 34-point lead for Sandy Creek. We're coming back for the conclusion right after this on the Extreme Sports Network.
The Cougar Pride Booster Club would like to wish the Sandy Creek football team a great season. You are making Cougar Nation proud. The Booster Club supports activities that enrich the educational experience and promote character formation of all Sandy Creek High School students. Again, good luck to all the Sandy Creek athletes and teams on a great season.
Since 1948, Shuck Drilling has been South Central Nebraska's go-to-water well experts. Remember Shuck Drilling for irrigation, well drilling, pump installations, and all related parts and service. Shuck Drilling, quality products and first-rate service at a fair price.
You are listening to high school football on Extreme Sports.
Ann's team covers it up as we come back at the 15-yard line. The ball that just kind of squirted through there. The hand team. Onside kick that went a mile on the ground. Ends up getting picked up here at the 15.
Yeah.
That baby just scooted on the ground. That looked like a worm burner off my driver. sucking up water as it was going along past midfield.
I don't know if that water was flowing the ball in or speeding it up.
Well, that's probably got a current here on the hill, right? It's running downstream, 42-8 your score. Quarterback keeper Alex Watts, no gainer, as he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 3 minutes remaining. As Sandy Creek will likely use all of the time possible here on this drive. And just trying to get out of here with an easy dub. Again, the running clock no longer in effect after the 20-yard Owen Lewandowski touchdown run. And the shutout, that's going to be what the coaches talk about in the locker room after this football game.
Yep.
Mental focus and staying locked in and not allowing a big run like that. And then you had the personal foul after the fact, too, which has set Sandy Creek up in not so favorable field position. Here's a quick little out. Spin move and spun down. Oh, he got thrown in the spin cycle there. Speaking of laundry and laundry day for these Tri-County Trojans and their nice white jerseys to start with, which are now completely muddied up. Jet gets spun around. And 3:13 now remaining, or 3rd and 13. 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Yep, you just got to keep the ball on the ground here. Just use all that time till the official says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you snap it and just waste as much clock and get out of here.
So Watts in the shotgun formation. He will give it off to Jet. Jet's got some running room. Jet's going to turn on the Jets, and he loses the football. And it's going to be scooped up on the play and picked back up and crossed over the field. Right there with the good hands, number 22. That's John Skalka, the 5'6", 135-pound sophomore who gets up and he picks the football and finishes the job for Jet Livgren. Livgren gets hip-checked, loses the ball, and you're thinking, oh no. And then right there on the spot, Skalka just scoops her up and picks up an additional 5 yards for Sandy Creek. 1 minute remains here in the football game. 42-6 lead. Sandy Creek can run it out from here. Watts off to the right side. Watts has got some running room. He's going to make a man miss. Plays the stiff arm, heading towards the end zone, reaching for the goal line. He's in for the score. Alex Watts. No. Evan Schwarzendruber. Excuse me. Did not see the extra 1 in the jersey. It's Evan Schwarzendruber on the touchdown run as the junior, 6'2", 180 pounds, gets in and gets into the end zone for the score. My apologies. All I saw was a 1. I did not see the extra.
Hey, Coach Schwarzendruber's kid getting himself a touchdown? Why not?
See him running down the sideline with the fist up in the air. He was stoked. Schwarzendruber on the pitch. And that's Wyatt getting dropped. 2-point conversion unsuccessful. 57 seconds left to go. 48-8. Long touchdown run from quarterback Evan Schwarzendruber. Makes it 48-8. 57 seconds remaining. We're back for the conclusion right after this on the Extreme Sports Network.
The Cougar Pride Booster Club would like to wish the Sandy Creek football team a great season. You are making Cougar Nation proud. The Booster Club supports activities that enrich the educational experience and promote character formation of all Sandy Creek High School students. Again, good luck to all the Sandy Creek athletes and teams on a great season.
SC Farms of Clay Center and Skyline Farms of Edgar want to wish the Sandy Creek sports teams good luck this season. Push yourself beyond limits. Greatness awaits. We are proud of you. SC Farms of Clay Center and Skyline Farms of Edgar are proud supporters of Cougar Athletics.
You are listening to Cougar Football on Extreme Sports.
Minutes ago, running clock restored. A long touchdown run from Evan Schwartzendruber, the junior, getting in to the action and breaking a few tackles and throwing a few stiff arms on his way to the end zone. Sandy Creek's had a successful night offensively on what would be a typical sloppy night where we would expect scores to be a lot lower. Sandy Creek has been able to find a way, and that's, again, a credit to their ability to run the ball but also hold on to that football. It's been slippery. We've seen quarterback-center exchanges as the clock should be running. 40-point lead here for the Cougars. Now we're going. Quick handoff and dropped.
Solid play from Sandy Creek here tonight. They won in all three phases. Had a couple miscues. But I tell you what, they were still solid, and this is going to be a good Sandy Creek team. As they got a tough road, though, ahead of them, as we got a lot of good teams ahead of them. Sutton, Thayer Central, just to name a few. EMF. It's going to be a tough road for these guys, but I tell you what, this is a pretty solid football team.
We'll have a game breakdown, and we'll have some scores from across the state on our post-game show that is coming up directly following the conclusion of this contest. And then we'll get set for a busy Saturday here on the Extreme Sports Network with Bronco coverage. Football on 1, volleyball on 2. And we will have it for you right here on the Extreme Sports Network. 5 seconds remaining, and that's going to do it. Teams heading towards midfield for handshakes. Final score tonight, 48-8. Sandy Creek all over the Trojans tonight, as Sandy Creek will improve their record to 3-1 for Tri-County. They drop to 1-3 on the season. And district play upcoming now for the Sandy Creek Cougars. The test going to be elevated in the next coming weeks. We cannot wait to cover the action here on the Extreme Sports Network. That'll do it for us here for the play-by-play. Stick around for our post-game show that's coming your way right after this. 48-8 Sandy Creek winners tonight. It's Cougar football on Extreme Sports 2.
Looking for reliable farming and construction equipment? Head to Landmark Implement in Fairfield. Located right on Highway 74 in the heart of Clay County, at Landmark, we specialize in large ag equipment and precision ag support, meeting the needs of farmers in Geneva and Aurora. Whether you're upgrading your planter or need top-notch service, our team has you covered. We have a fantastic selection of John Deere lawn and garden equipment, compact utility tractors, and even Gator utility vehicles. Whether it's for a small acreage or a large farm, our compact tractor packages come with all the attachments you need to get the job done. Need service? Our certified master technicians are ready to help with on-farm service, combine repair, or even a simple mower tune-up. Experience the Landmark difference today in Fairfield. For all your John Deere sales, parts, service, and precision ag needs, Landmark is your trusted partner.
You are listening to Cougar Football on Extreme Sports.
Back here from the Hill, Tyson Veronica and Marcus Metcalf with you. 48-8, your final score. Sandy Creek all over the Tri-County Trojans here tonight. Through the ground and on the air. It was almost like the midnight ride of Paul Revere for Cam Seeley as the young sophomore quarterback. Started off the scoring with a 5-yard touchdown pass to Caden Schmidt. 2-point conversion makes the score 8-0. We have got 5:45 left to play in the first quarter. After a punt, Sandy Creek gets the ball back. Guess what? Sandy Creek scores again, as it was a 27-yard touchdown run from Cameron Seeley. That made the score 16-0. Then a fumble on the punt from Alec Watts was turned over, but Alex Watts atoned for it with an INT to end the first quarter of play. That gave Sandy Creek the football back. They scored on the very next drive to start off the second quarter. Cam Seeley, a 5-yard touchdown pass to Caden Schmidt, an exact replica of their scoring play that they had on the very first play, or on the very first scoring play. 2-point conversion unsuccessful, 24-0, 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Cam Seeley then on a 3-yard touchdown run extended the lead to 30-0, and then on the final play of the first half, they get to the running clock, 36-0, a touchdown pass to Wes Biltoff, and Biltoff with a beautiful stretch to get over the goal line to extend the lead to 36-0 at the halftime break. Lone scoring in the third quarter, a 19-yard touchdown pass from Alec Watts to Wyatt Hemberger to make the score 42-0. Then Sandy Creek defense gives up the shutout at 3:17 to go. A 20-yard touchdown run from Owen Lewandowski, the lone blemish really on what was a beautiful night of defense and weather-related chaos here at the Hill. Final touchdown was scored by Evan Schwartzendruber, a 21-yard dash to the end zone to make the score 48-8 with 57 seconds left to play. Watts, Hemberger, and Schwartzendruber combining for the second half touchdowns for the Sandy Creek Cougars. 48-8, convincing victory. Sandy Creek improves to a record of 3-1. Marcus, overall, defense looked vastly improved in this contest, and I thought the offense, given the adverse weather conditions, played a pretty brilliant game tonight.
Yes, they did, and they kept it simple. Just keep it on the ground, not too many passes. Wet conditions makes it tough for the passing game, but they just kept the ball on the ground, and their offensive line and defensive line both went to work tonight, and it proved well. And like I said, this is a solid football team, like I mentioned earlier, but like I said, district play is coming around the corner, and that's going to be a tough road for the Sandy Creek team, but I think they're a good enough team they can possibly win this district and go back to state again.
Let's hit you with a couple scores from the area before we get out of here for the evening. In Class B, the Hastings High Tigers currently trailing Lincoln Northwest by the score of 28-18. Tigers trailing by 10. Speaking of Northwest, the Vikings over in Grand Island trail Bennington by the score of 20-7. They've got 8 minutes remaining in that fourth quarter. Seward is up by 14 over Scotts Bluff. That is being played over in Seward. 8 minutes remaining in the contest, and the Jays with a 14-0 lead over the Bearcats. McCook easily handles Crete tonight by the score of 42-3. Top-ranked team in Class B, Elkhorn North. They got the 24-14 lead over Gretna at the midway point of the third quarter. In Class C1, it is all about Adams Central. They lead it 48-7 over Holdridge. They've got 11 minutes left to go there in that fourth quarter. Adams Central has reestablished the running clock, temporarily lost as the Dusters scored in the second half. We can sympathize with you, Mike Will. Pierce with the currently trailing Fort Calhoun by the score of 21-14. Kearney Catholic has taken the lead on Minden. The Stars with a 1-point lead. There's 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Minden has the football. Drama being played out in Minden here tonight. The Huskies of Aurora with a 28-21 lead on SCOTUS. O'Neill all over Ponca tonight by the score of 63-0. It's Lakeview with a 21-7 lead on Mount Michael, and Sidney leading Mitchell by the score of 35-7. In Class C2, Bishop Newman, top-ranked team all over St. Cecilia, 43-0. 6 minutes left to go there. It is Donovan Trumbull with a 12-0 start over Cross County. Maine. Cedar Catholic, 57, Takema Herman 6. That is heading towards regulation. Norfolk Catholic, a 35-7 victory over Arlington tonight. St. Paul currently trailing Amherst by 14 at 14-0. And 7th-ranked Archbishop Bergen over Battle Creek, 40-6. In the 8-man ranks, Thayer Central, they are winners tonight over Sutton. Sandy Creek, as you heard here, over Tri-County, 48-8. It was battle of two top 5 teams. Crofton trailing Bloomfield 22-18, and Shelby Rising City, the top-ranked team in Class D1, 38-0 shutout over Heartland. In D2, it's all tied up between Blue Hill and Elm Creek, 28 points apiece there. Franklin currently trailing Kennesaw. Other way around, Kennesaw currently trailing Franklin at halftime, 14-8. Sandhills Thedford, they win big. St. Mary's, third-ranked team in Class D2, up big on Creighton. Lawrence Nelson extends their lead on BDS. They lead at 42-20. Lawrence Nelson looks like a darn good football team here in 2025. In Central Valley, the top-ranked team in Class D2 clobbers the Coyotes. Vince Elmerman 62-8. 8. That'll wrap things up for our broadcast here tonight. Stick around. We've got Hastings College football and volleyball tomorrow for you on the Extreme Sports Network, beginning with the Pigskin preview at noon as the Hastings College Broncos football team gets to take on the Waldorf Warriors, and the Hastings College volleyball team will battle Midland. We'll have both of those contests for you on the Extreme Sports Network, beginning with Channel 1's coverage of football. Channel 2's got your volleyball coverage. Bronco coverage comes your way Saturday afternoon on the campus of Hastings College. That'll wrap it up here for us tonight from the Hill, and it was a party on the Hill indeed. 48-8, Sandy Creek 3-1 on the 2025 campaign. For my broadcast partner Marcus Metcalf, for our sports director Mike Will, the IT man Shaner, and the rest of the gang at Extreme Sports, I'm Tyson Avronic, wishing you all a very pleasant good evening from Fairfield.
You have been listening to an exclusive presentation by Extreme Sports. If you missed portions of today's game, you can download our podcast on x-streamsports.com.
Having these like moon trends related to lions. I sent you one. The waxing crescent, however, the lions